The new Breeze update is live, and if you don't want to be left behind and want to take advantage of every single change that has been made in the map, I recommend watching it until the end. This video is specifically for controller players, but I do strongly suggest watching it for everyone. My name is Happy, I am a Valorant coach, and I created entryschool.com just so all of you could get better. And in this video, we're gonna break down what exactly changed on Breeze and how to take advantage and play with new strategies on this new updated map. We're gonna talk about how to take sides on attackers, how to defend, the most important and best positions to hold the site, and more tips and tricks that you can use to get 1% better every day. Let's get to the most important question. Where do we drop the smokes? There are two ways for you to attack a site. One is by rushing down 5 A main. Number 2 is you split by 3 going A main or 3 going mid and 2 going mid or A main. This is interchangeable, it doesn't matter. A main, this is A. If you're going 5 A main, one of the most important smokes is going to be this one right here. You leave the box untouched so that you can jump on top of it as an attacker, creating some weird attacking possibilities. And the second smoke will likely land somewhere over here, giving you this nice chunk of sight, just like so. And you're left with this angle, which attackers or defenders can use to their advantage, punishing the enemies each way. The reason you're dropping a smoke like this is because if there is a defender pushing mid and figuring out like, oh, there's 0 mid, and you get smoked like this, you know, instead of the one that I showed you, you're just letting this guy defend for free because he can actually very safely jump out. You're not going to be in time to kill him. Whereas if you have a smoke like this, now best he can do is just hop into the smoke, and he feels like he's fighting against 5 people now. There's no way for him to split isolate someone and attack. Now, the middle guy is not the only thing you have to worry about. If you're smoking down there, now this guy can play around this corner, can play around this box with a flash. This guy could be holding down this space with some type of a neon stun or utility to fight. He can flash you from the side. Shoot, you see how much more dangerous it becomes. Not to mention, he has all of this cover. So, if you're going 5 A main, you want to only take a little chunk of the site, smokes like this. Leave this box for your advantage. Take one route. Go on the site, you plant, you're chilling. If you're liking this video and all of the value that it's providing so far, and you're ready for more Duelist, Sentinel, Initiator, make sure to like this video and comment down what is your favorite character. For me, it's Neon. I also think Phoenix is pretty cool. What about you? Let's take a look at a different scenario. Now, instead of going 5 B main, A main, we're gonna send 3 people mid, and now your smokes will definitely switch to something like this, giving you this full space. We're gonna take a look from the middle POV as we're going A. Now we have this thing, which makes it even easier to take middle. It's even faster to take middle. Now, of course, some people like to smoke here, but because now it's such a small space, because it used to be big. For an operator, he could hold down mid like it's nothing. He could hold down this chunk like it's nothing. Now there's such a small space that if there is an operator or whatever jet holding you from the top side, a flash is enough now. Just jumping through is enough now if you're trying to go past nest. Okay, so we make our way down middle, check all of this. and we're standing in something like this position, and we throw down the smokes that I just showed you. Let's check it out real quick. Okay, apparently I was a little bit wrong. Your smokes will not look like this. Don't want to go like this. You want to push it a little bit back, just like so. So that it's more dangerous for an enemy to peek out. He's immediately targeted by the A main guys. Because if you go for a smoke that is like, oh, we're just gonna drop both smokes in a direct line, just like this. It looks nicer. When it looks nicer, now defenders can hop out of smokes and they're not targeted by a lot of people. Just have to make sure that when this defender peeks out, he's targeted by the A main. So dropping smokes like this is really good. Now you can double team anyone who's holding in this default spot. This guy will not have anywhere to hide. He's not gonna want to fight something like this because now he's visible to this. He's not gonna want to fight something like this because he's visible to this. He's not gonna even be able to hide behind this box. Look, he's immediately opened to the middle area. So if you're playing the most optimal strategy right now for sure is to split middle. Back in the day, before this update, good players would always try to deny any mid aggression if they're playing defenders. So they just drop an operator in the middle and they're like, okay, no one's passing through. When no one's passing through, we can defend the sites quite easily. Now taking middle is definitely going to be the meta, at least for A main. So what changed on middle? You cannot jump up here anymore unless you can. Another thing that changed, nest became smaller. As you can see, my vandal just chilling on the ground. Nest became smaller. He cannot see as much as this, and obviously this nice little castle over here on B link, which has a window. Probably you can use this window. The area on middle became definitely smaller. You can get to places you want to be faster. And really, by the looks of it, it seems like they're making the map more favorable for attackers. And I really like that. I feel like for attackers, you have to make it more pleasant. Let's talk about B side now. What changed? You have these two boxes on B main, first of all. They're specifically designed for post plans so that defenders could not just flush out enemies as easily. So if you go and you fight this, you're also going to be facing this guy. A little bit harder to take B main space for defenders when retaking. What else changed? You cannot hop up through the middle now. You have to go through the side. You cannot hop up from the other side. Oh, would you look at that? You can't. I'm an idiot. I'm a con artist. Back in the day, the box was here. They removed this to make it harder for defenders. Why? How does that make it harder for defenders? Well, say you're holding this right here and you're fighting and you deny access for the enemies from here by throwing down a stun or a bubble like you've just seen. You cannot immediately jump on top of this box and fight whoever's on site unexpectedly because there is no more box. And if you want to go all the way around, it takes more time, plus you're more vulnerable to attackers, the attackers to fight this angle, which makes it uncomfortable. What else changed? You have this wall, which clearly is spammable, but gives you some more options to fight. And also finally you have the cubby area, if you will. It's bigger but also smaller, if you know what I'm saying. It's the distance between this decreased and you got a big cover here on the right side, which I like, I enjoy. To sum up, all of these changes, in my opinion, makes the game more complex, and when the game is more complex, it makes it more positive, makes it better for smarter enemies. So if you are a smarter enemy who likes to use his utility, play with his team, this is definitely a positive change for you. Now, let's move over to how would you take a site as an attacker. Where the hell do you drop the smokes? I see two immediate options for you to smoke, which you have seen before. Number one is you have a smoke like this. If you have solo smoke, always drop the smoke. It's gonna be guaranteed for sure. If you only have one smoke and you have to execute site, throw this one smoke. It's reliable, it's good. If you have two smokes and you want to take a little bit of the site, you're gonna drop a smoke like this and potentially a smoke like this. Now you can clear all sides one by one. You can double team whoever's standing here by going all the way here and jumping up here, fighting. And basically, as an attacker, you take as much space as you want, one by one. One smoke here, two smokes here. That is a big ass ball. That's what she said. Anyways, that's if you want to take a little bit of the space. You have these two optimal pathing ways that will help you crush the enemy, and then potential pushing into here if you want to take more space. Now let's say you want to play for big site. You want to play for big site space. In that case, these are very clear that they're the best smokes. However, again, just like I showed you, do not leave this random gap. It's not good to leave this random gap. You can let the smoke poke out a little bit like this. This is the perfect smoke, because in this situation, if somebody pushes through the right side, they're immediately faced by all of these enemies, so there's not much you can do. They can see your gun. If you push it like you would always do, like your mama told you how to, if you drop a smoke like this one's actually good for defenders because it's a really safe spot. They can do weird stuff and dip. Now I wanna show you one more scenario. Remember, I told you you only have one smoke, blah blah blah. You go through the left side and you want to take a little bit more space, right? It's actually weird, but you are better off smoking middle like this rather than smoking like this, because if you smoke like this and you want to take this last bit of corner right here plus someone backside, as you want to fight them, you're opening up yourself to this, which is bad, and potentially even someone standing here still, you know, which is could happen. Instead, if you smoke all the way like this with the intention of taking this spot or this spot, your team can very safely come and fight a maximum one guy, or maybe even come from behind to clear out this spot fully. Post-plant smokes for attackers are gonna look like this. You pop one on the box, and if you only have one and you want to throw a standard, not a one-way smoke, this is probably what you want to be doing, because now as enemies have to retake, they have to worry about all of these different off angles. Like if you were standing here, if you were standing here, you can also fight them from all the way in main. It's a big pain if you smoke off this spot for the defenders when they're retaking. When you're pushing mid, you actually want to throw down this smoke up close, because if you drop a smoke like this, someone might push through here and see you, and you don't want that to happen. And if you only smoke nest, now you're leaving this area, which currently is very strong. Wait for the smoke to drop. Nest is smoked, which is currently very strong for defenders, I would say. Okay, so check out this. If you don't want to 5 rush down B main like this with 5 men, you actually, as a controller, your job is going to be to smoke this spot right here. And here it's a big dilemma. It was a big dilemma. It was like, where does the second smoke drop? And I finally figured it out. Oops. If you drop a smoke like this, seems like it has the same effect. But now you're letting defenders easily help this guy defend his last position, and you're also letting them go into the smoke and wait till everyone's passed through and then peek from behind, flash, and he's in a safe spot and he's behind everyone. You don't want to let him get too close. If you drop a smoke like this, the defenders will pester you from this exact angle. And you don't really want to do that. You know, you want to come out like this and you already have to fight this. There is a crossfire that can be set up from these both positions, because this is going to be one of the strongest positions ever, let me tell you, because it's so safe now. So you will get crossfired from this angle, and the guys were peeking through the smoke a little bit right here. This one was like the second best option here. Smoke like this. And let the defenders try to sneak past here. Because then they're getting held by these two very strong positions from the attackers. Yeah, to be honest, this is not even that bad of a smoke. But my favorite one, for some reason, I decided to go with a smoke like this. Because now, if somebody does decide to like flash through, I'm flashing through and peeking, there's always going to be this one guy who's in the back who can help shoot this and play anti-flash and then immediately shoot this guy. If the defenders would try to come out with this smoke like this, they're fighting again the two of the most strongest holding crossfires that he's gonna ever experience. So yeah, if you're going through mid, choose between this smoke or this smoke. You cannot drop it in the middle. Look, you cannot drop it in the middle. It flies down to one of the sides of the wall. So the strongest smokes are this one, which leaves the gap here, and this one, which isn't that good. For me, I actually personally like this smoke here more. I don't know why. I don't know, it's really cool. Post plant on A will depend on what your smokes were the first time. If you've only taken this amount of space, then once the smoke drops, you're likely going to be chilling in this position, which means that one of the best smokes are going to be like this, or one way right here, or something like this. If you manage to take the full site, and by that I mean all of this, then it's a good idea to smoke one way here and chill in this spot right here. Why? Whenever you're chilling here and you smoke this, enemies are going to start to retake from all the way here. And when they're going to push out, they're going to be faced by this guy peeking from here, 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 this guy holding them from the box, this guy peeking from here, and they are going to be chilling in this corner as well. How many angles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one guy can for sure wait here for the 6th angle. Stronger one is definitely on this box right here. One thing you have to be careful about is mid, but if you know that mid is clear, jumping on top of this box and holding is amazing. What front play, it's just different. It's very much different. Let's go to defender side. Defenders is very clear. One smoke always will go to the main side. And the other smoke you can choose. You can either drop it somewhere here, so that you're preserving this nice little corner here. And if they flash through, you still have some cover. Second smoke will go down here, because now you have this weird one way. Maybe they haven't smoked this and you still have the space. This is a one way for sure. This is a brilliant one way. Defending middle is gonna be much harder now. The best you can do is smoke like this, creating a crossfire, a potential crossfire from this safe spot, right down this line, and the guy who might be holding middle potentially. If you're defending towards B sides, of course you have this smoke. After that, I cannot really recommend you too much. And when you're defending on B side, one smoke will obviously go here. The second one can go here as a one-way. Because now enemies who are in the smoke, they're going to be like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? And if I peek, they would have a slight disadvantage when they're peeking you. Another smoke could be right here. Again, a slight disadvantage for the enemies when they're peeking. You can see them first. You can also go for a sneaky play right here. If you drop a smoke like this, like you get into it, you're holding whatever, and you have a teammate who has a flash, or not even a flash, you throw the bubble as a club. Bam, bam, you shoot this, and obviously there's gonna be one more smoke here. Right, so it's two sneaky smokes, one default, and another one sneaky. Bam, bam. Kill whoever's here, and you're actually safe. One more smoke you could play around with is this one. So that way, when enemies are in the smoke, they're gonna have to clear this corner, they're gonna have to clear on top of the box potentially. If they're holding like this, there's also this little gap that opens up. And if you're playing around the pillar, you can play safe around the pillar, trade all of your teammates who are dying as these enemies are pushing up. For example, somebody flashes through and they're starting to shoot this enemy. If you're playing around the pillar, bam bam, and you're in a good position. Let's go to retake. If you want to retake fast, one smoke will go here all the time. And the second one, you can kind of choose like where do you want to drop it, where do you want to put some pressure. Maybe you want to drop it here so that it's harder for the enemy to do stuff. Maybe you want to drop it here. Again, a weird little one-way. It prevents them from understanding what's happening. They have to be quieter. Now, if you want to go slow, which I recommend for lower ranked players up to like, I don't know, Immortal 1, Immortal 2 maybe. Slower players do not like to retake very fast. So dropping this smoke is actually enough. Now this guy can slowly make his way wherever he wants to, go around the pillar. These guys are also safe. Now they only have to worry about this angle if they get into this position. So they're good for them. And once, I recommend for lower ranked players to retake be in 2 steps. Number 1 is you drop the smoke here, and then as your teammates are gonna make their way into this exact position and this exact position, the smoke will fade, and now we come off to the second step, which is you smoke here, and now every single guy can retake however he wants. Go flush out these guys, you can go through the middle, you can go from here. Some type of utility to take care of this corner. If enemies have you smoked off here in the bridge, and you only have this little tunnel to retake from, you might want to drop a smoke like this, which kind of lets you play around, right? Because now you reduce your entry cost from right here, and then you can play around, you can fight here, and then you can hop into the smoke. When you hop into the smoke, you can actually safely fight whoever's behind this yellow. Well, safely is a big word. You spam a little bit like this probably, and then you peek out like this. With this solo smoke, you can also come right here, clear out whoever's in this spot very safely. One of the most essential smokes you will have is either this one way here, which is gonna make the attackers very scared to fight this, because now they have a disadvantage. Or if you want something a little bit more secure, you can even go for a smoke like this. This smoke seems like you're just smoking yourself. Not really, because once you like clear all of this, you can pick this whenever you want, and you can delete anyone who's standing in these default positions, not knowing what they're doing. The enemies cannot just go here and clear out a full line, because you're never going to be standing in this full line unless you're the one deleting everyone from that exact position. This is a good smoke, objectively. Another objectively good smoke is this one, because now you get to do whatever you want. So if you want 2 objectively good smokes and you want to retake fast, it would be the main smoke and this smoke, because then you overwhelm whoever's standing in these default holding positions, and then you can start diffusing. If you want to go for a slow retake, probably gonna want to drop a smoke like this, or if you're retaking from the midway, drop a smoke like this. It's a really good idea to have mid, however, I will not lie, because having mid is what makes it so much easier. I can feel it. So if you don't have mid and attackers, or like attackers like do this little jump spot, and then they're like, okay, so they're only gonna be retaking from a ramp. Now they have these weird off angles that you do not really want to deal with. And the problem is you cannot just flush them out. You can go deeper, and then bam, another crossfire. So yeah, try to always have mid when retaking, or try to always have mid on post mass. Extremely strong. Always has been. Retaking from this nest little bridge thingy is only good if you have like a gun and no utilities, because here you're very likely to die or find a fight, and yeah, you're gonna have to jump down anyways. There is one more way to retake, which seems more pleasant, and that would look like this smoke and this smoke. This is essentially a main smoke. Because for this guy, I've showed you a million times. Let me show you how it looks like. So this guy smokes off all of the main problems. And then you can just come out like this, clear out behind yellow, and then you're safely making your way up, flash here, safely making your way up into sight. So this is one more creative way to retake A. At first I wanted this to be a full guide for every single character and blah blah blah, but then it became so long, so this is only going to be the controller's guide. We're still going to have initiators, duelists, and sentinels guide for the map as well. So keep on tuning in, whatever they say. Entryschool.com, by the way, best website for Valorant for free in town.